glib answer to this is probably quite a similar one to the one that they do now, and I think fundamental shift out of the legal space into other spaces is going to be tricky. We know that the management consultants do a good job, we know that the Big Four do a great job on the accountancy side. I think for lawyers it's about taking that fundamental service and delivering it in a way that's much more insightful about the drivers for their clients' businesses. And I think that's where service delivery may not be a paradigm shift away, but the quality of it, the cohesion of it, and the integration of it would be a world better than some examples that we see now.
Yeah, I think law firms will be providing a suite of services, not just for legal advice that we've been expecting traditionally. So we'll see law firms diversify by employing project managers, compliance specialists, forensic specialists, people to help guide the entire business model rather than just provide the legal advice. And I think that's going to be really helpful. It's a great opportunity for law firms to provide the entire end-to-end process package to support the business models of their clients.
Over the next few years, I think we're going to be expecting lawyers that we work with to help us with process mapping, with technological solutions, with data analytics, consultancy, forensics potentially, computer forensics, compliance and risk. And I think that goes towards being much more of a wider service that is provided to in-house legal teams rather than it simply being discrete legal advice. So the law firms that are able to give us a more holistic approach to the work that we're doing with the business, I think will help.
I see that kind of generalist role decreasing, and again that might just be my own personal space and where I work, but that generalist role is now being covered more and more by in-house departments who are developing that ability to be able to deal with those kind of more general queries, both having bringing in the talent to be able to undertake that generalist type legal expertise, and also having those teams who can deal with those general queries and the volume of those general queries. So I don't think from a financial and budgetary perspective it makes sense to then outsource that type of work to an outside law firm. So I think it will be a more specialist role that a law firm will be undertaking.
I think over the next few years we are going to expect our lawyers to think unlike lawyers. We want our lawyers to not think like lawyers, which sounds a bit odd, but I think we want them to be more like business advisors. So we want them to be proactive, we want them to think like the business, we want them to be good listeners, to understand what we're asking from them and what we want from them. Lawyers who understand technology and can think about how technology can enable the advice to be provided more efficiently, more effectively.
So I'm currently trying to push a concept around the death of the legal polymath, and we've seen a depolarization of having that central point from legal advisory. There isn't one person who can give you specialism across everything. The next step of that, to my mind, is to have the same unchunking of that information across specialisms like project management, technology, administration of teams, pricing. And I think in some senses I don't want narrow-minded lawyers, but equally I don't expect hub lawyers to be a polymath of everything. I'm not going to say you're great at legal advisory so I'll compromise on the rest, because I don't need to compromise. And I think that how you work that, how you create triangular conversations with a subject matter expert will be the next step for legal advisory, really bringing in that subject matter expertise and integrating it into the offering.